Yeah, you definitely got here first, dude. Let me turn on my Wi-Fi real fast. Huh. All right. You're feeling the Benchmade bug out? Yeah. I've been curious about S30V, so we had to throw her in there. All right. So we give it about 5 minutes. Dean Krieger, what's up? How you doing, man? Welcome, brother. We'll give it another minute. And Jerry, what's up, my brother? How you doing? 9 through 12 is just a Benchmade bug out in S30V. It's nothing crazy, but we haven't done S30V yet. Like, the only thing we have here that we have confirmed done really is we've got the RPM9, and we got K110 right here, the Bowler D2. So that's what we got. And of course we got CPM S35V in here, which we have done S35V in before, but not the CPM version. Killer Llamas, what's up? How you doing, man? Yeah, get that paper, boo-boo. Thank you for the $1.99, and I still have not found my damn batteries. The Alien is just out of commission. But get your predictions in now. Which one you think we're going to get? Which one you think we're going to get? Yeah, so we got K110 here, AR RPM9, S30V, 10CR15, and CPM S35VN. The AR RPM9 is the one I kind of want to do the least, just because we had such a bad run with it last time. We had such a bad run with it last time. Oh, speaking of which, while we're waiting, I won a free sharpener while I was at the Smoky Mountain Knife Works table, their auxiliary table. So I'm going to try this out tonight and see if... 13 is the Civivi Mini Asticus. That's 13 to 16. All right, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and our fate for the evening will be decided. Y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. I'd greatly appreciate it. Alvar Hurgberg, what's up? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so in 2 minutes here, we're going to roll this D20 to see which one we're using for tonight. What, this one? We did videos on this not too long ago. I didn't flick it hard enough. Hey, look, I tried with the umlaut, dude. I tried. I know what an umlaut's supposed to sound like, but I can't quite make that noise. I haven't practiced with that since I was in high school and German class. Because I know the umlaut's kind of a sound, but that's not right. Like, it's kind of that sound, but not exactly that sound. Like, I know what an umlaut's supposed to sound like, but I can't quite nail it. All right, T-minus 1 minute here, guys. Because otherwise, like, it would have been Hugberg, but it's like it would have been like the American pronunciation would be Hogberg, and I know you've heard that about a million times. I'm sure every time an American reads it, Alvar Hogberg, what's up? And that's not right. I know it's not. Oh, Maxilla's gunning for that. Okay. Well, let's see what we get, Maxilla. We got 16. All right, we're doing the mini Asticus tonight. Critical Funk, what's up? How you doing? All right. Hey, blame the die, not me. Let's take a look at our overall edge quality. Folk, what's up? How you doing, man? We're starting off in a good place with the edge. And then at 4:05 my time, we'll get started on the testing. Civivi Mini Asticus. All right, one test. Metal Jew, what's up? How you doing? All right, 219, not too shabby, not too shabby. It was able to put a sock on, but he never wants to put a sock on. Killer Llamas. Now, if you're like me, I would have tied it down to the roof of the car. Okay. James Shepagrill, what's up? How you doing? It's better than 119, 220. But no, seriously, I drove halfway across the state basically with a dinner table, 4 chairs, 2 lawnmowers, and a leaf blower, all tied down to a 1995 Kia Sophia, which is a little smaller than a Honda Civic. I have done it. I know how to do it. I have got skills developed over many years of just all-out redneckery. Boy, you talk about getting some crazy-ass stairs on the highway, though. That reminds me, fresh bingo card. Glow ATL, nice try. All right, 2 more minutes. We're going to get going on this guy. 2 more minutes. But yeah, about all I have done is sleep and play Diablo 3 since I got home from Blade Show. Like, that has been it, man. I am so tired. It's a hell of an experience, but the vibe on Blade Show was also real different than last year's was, too. Like, last year felt more like a community event. This year felt like a series of business transactions. Which essentially it was a series of business transactions if you really boil it down too far. But it didn't feel like that last year. Eat hot chip. What variety of hot chip do you speak of, sir? But yeah, like the vibe was totally different. I wanted to hand out some beads, and I will say, Nathan's Knives. He was working the concept booth, and he had a Cold Steel Voyager that he customized with red dyed spalted wood scales. Yo, Golden, what's up? How you doing? But I happen to have a bead that exactly fucking matched that. Spalted water oak that I dyed red with food coloring and super glue. What a fortuitous event. Yeah, give me about. There we are. Let's get this show on the road, folks. Oh, that is nice. We are off to a great start. Jim Cox, what's up? How you doing, man? Welcome, brother. Yo, Golden, what's up? That is useless. Yeah, what have y'all been getting into for the last few days? Yo, Golden, yes, sir. We are testing out edge retention and ergonomics. We're looking to see how long it takes the cardboard to just totally fucking annihilate the edge of this knife. Joseph, it is not Friday already, but I am working on Friday, and we are overdue for one of these live streams by at least a week. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Jerry got a pizza box. I had one. It's somewhere. Oh, I know where it is. I'll have to go upstairs and get it. Man, this thing's cutting like a son of a bitch. Yo, Golden, you have no idea, dude. Yes, Jim, a proper pizza box. Yeah, what you guys been getting into the last few days? I said, I wanted to get more footage of Blade Show, I really did, but I wasn't sure how to go about it, and as badly crowded as that place was, I couldn't. Like 2 hours in, and I hit I have to escape now mode. Zant, what's up? Y'all do me a solid, hit that like button if you haven't, I'd greatly appreciate it. Hey, yo, Golden, you ain't been here before, have you? Hey, get that papers in. Thomas Lloyd, what's up? How you doing, man? Welcome. Yo, Golden, they're getting cut into strips. Tonight or tomorrow morning, I'll do a video showing the pile that it created, and then it's going to get recycled. Oh, nice, Jim. Yeah, I don't know that anything I picked up at the Blade Show is American made. I don't know that anything I picked up at Blade is American made. I don't think so. Which I wanted to find something, but it just was not in the price range that we needed to be in. Which it kind of sucked too, because like last year I went to Blade Show and there was just tons and tons and tons of stuff that was like 35, 40 bucks. You know, tons of stuff. It's like 35, 40 bucks. Some of the stuff was like 20, 20 some odd bucks. Boy, pickings were real slim this year. Like I bought basically everything I found that was around 40 bucks. And I do mean everything. Yeah, that's it. Sergio, what's up? How you doing? Blade Show was really good, man. Blade Show was really good. Different vibe than last year, but it was still good. Yeah, it's just like we can't do a high quality $35, $40 knife made in America. Yeah, for like, 40, 45 bucks, nothing I've seen American made can compete with like a good solid Civivi or a Vosteed or anything like that. I'd love to see the American knife market grow and get competitive enough that, made in America knives can come down in price. Joseph, we are on the Civivi Mini Asticus. Asticus. But yeah, like, yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it slave labor, but the labor is a lot cheaper there, and that's kind of been our undoing, especially nationally speaking, without getting political on it. But Garrett, what's up? How you doing, man? Welcome. But yeah, like outsourcing everything to where there's cheaper labor has done a whole lot of damage to a lot of chunks of our knowledge base in the country, like machining, tooling, engineering, a lot of that. We've lost so much of our knowledge to companies overseas. It's not funny. Yeah, just it really sucks that the best America can do at the same price point, again, as the Civivi and all that, is 4CR14 basically. Well, I tell you what, I looked at those Sig Sauer OTFs. I looked at those Sig OTFs while I was at the Hogue table. They looked real slick. I almost asked to handle one, but no. I was also a good boy and walked away from the Hogue table when I saw the Misto sitting there. It is 4:17 for me right now. Thomas, I'm not sure what the most expensive knife I saw was, man. I wasn't really walking around checking prices too much. Like, most of my show was spent checking the tables that I knew to check to look for stuff to buy for the channel. So I wasn't really walking around looking and handling super expensive stuff that I knew I couldn't buy. I did walk past some real expensive stuff, though. No, and it's not that I don't think people shouldn't be making a living wage. Don't get me wrong by that at all. But I do feel like we should be able to do better on the budget end than what we got right now. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm hoping competition picks up from somewhere, because it's like, it's again, you know, we just need someone like Smith & Wesson to make an actual really good budget knife. You know, and if they could make that in America, that would be so much the better. You know. Jacob Humphreys, what's up? How you doing? I've been doing good, man. I've been doing good. I've just been recuperating from the Blade Show insanity. That was a hell of an experience. AJ and Nacho, what's up? Thank you for the 100 rubies, I think. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Yeah, as I was telling the guys, like, you know, I got in there Saturday and I hit the tables that I knew I needed to hit to try to buy stuff for the channel. Gotcha, no worries, Spook. But, yeah, I was there Saturday for about 2 hours. Jim, I tried to, but, like, it wasn't the same as last year. You know, last year there was a whole lot of just talking to different people that were there, all that. This year, there wasn't a lot. I have got brushed brass on here. I got brass on this. Thomas Lloyd, thank you for the Canadian $2. Much appreciated. You want socks? You want a figure? Only thing to know about the figure is the alien is out of commission right now. But, yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of, like, hanging around talking to people. But Blade Show was so fucking crowded and so fucking busy that you couldn't really move. Like, it'd take you 15 minutes just to walk from one side of the big room to the other. All right, Thomas, which one you want? You got Robot, Grim Reaper, Frankenstein, Knight, Mummy, Ninja, or Scuba Guy? Jim, trust me, one of the things I've always wanted to do is play around with a Spider-Man 2. What's up? Play around with a metalworking lathe. All right, Thomas, pick the Knight. Thank you, Thomas. But, I gave away a couple of beads, not very many. I made a few attempts, but it wasn't the same show. You know, so I was talking about that earlier. Is this year it wasn't. Last year it felt like a community event, like a whole lot of just hanging out, talking to strangers, shooting the shit. And this year it was just business transactions. Like there wasn't a whole lot of anything besides just making purchases happening. Which I mean, granted, the primary purpose is to get shit sold. You know, so they accomplished that. But my God, the crowd was so bad. Like, I'm not big on having to thread my way through crowds to begin with. I'm just not a fan. But it was so rough. Yeah, I've heard Blade West is about the size of the small room in the Atlanta Blade Show. Xavier Perez, what's up? How you doing? Cold Steel could probably do an inexpensive American-made knife and do it right. Cold Steel could probably do it. Like, we got the usual hitters. We got Cold Steel, we got Kershaw, we got Gerber. Like, those guys could, but they don't. Metal, what's up? How you doing? We have got the Civivi Mini Asticus. Yeah, Kershaw absolutely could make an inexpensive American-made knife. You know, like I'd like the crap they're offering for $35. You know, it's pretty garbage. At least what I've handled so far in that price range. You know, they could yeah, a little bit of a hollow grind. But they could, you know, for 10, like I'd pay the extra $10. Yeah. Like I would pay the extra $10 for basically the same knife with better build quality and better steel. You know, and have that done in America, because the steel, and that's part of it. Like, that's one thing I learned. You know, we got a smaller operation. Zint, show's over. Show's over, Zint. But, forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah. It's like, I've talked to some companies about their cost to manufacture. And, like, they're paying $16 a unit for a knife they're selling at 40. Like, that is, that's enough wiggle room that, you know, you can do a lot with that. And for American made, like, I'd pay an extra $10. You know, an extra $10 a unit that's mostly profit should go a long way towards making sure your people are paid and getting stuff sold. Now, brass is a pretty nice handle material. It's just heavy, and if the brass doesn't have some kind of coating on it, it makes your hand smell funny. Me with Knives, what's up? How you doing? That was a table I was gonna drop by and didn't. Like, I was heading towards the Bear and Sons table, and I think I either got pushed out by the crowd or got distracted, something, but I was gonna drop by Bear and Son. Fernando, what's up? How you doing? We are doing edge retention testing. We're looking to see how long it takes this cardboard to just totally fuck the edge of this knife up. I am doing good, me with Knives. Just doing the first live stream in a little while. We were overdue for it, and we did a random roll tonight. Punisher, what's up? We are doing the mini Asticus. We did a random roll tonight, because I can't find the fucking Olatan's mini airship. I was going to do that little bitty tiny blue one, but I can't find it now. Tatum, what's up? How you doing? Y'all do me a solid. Hit that like button real quick if you haven't. I'd greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I said I was going to swing by Bear and Sons, but something pulled me off it. Yeah, it's somewhere. Like, I had just seen it. Oh, son of a bitch. I just found the motherfucker. It was sitting right next to me this whole time. Like, I probably looked dead ass at it about 3 times. Now, at least now we know where it is. It's in the random roll box. Oh, that magnesium knife? Yeah, this thing is weird, man. This thing is real weird. I'm in your feed and won't go anywhere. Yeah, I've actually got a video on that dropping tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow. Alvar, you have no one to blame but yourself. Kill the llamas, bro. Kill the llamas, bro. Same, same, same. Alvar, you're going to have to wait about another 30 minutes here. And then we will stop and check the edge quality. I said, stick around for a while. You'll see how things work around here. That's like my ex-wife cheated, and I stuck around for a long time. Tried to deal with it. She cheated again. Tried to deal with it. Finally, when it hit the point where she was about to get physically harmed, I left. All right, Punisher, we'll see you in a bit. It's amazing. You know, it is amazing. Like, a lot of guys will look at you and it's like, as soon as you find out she's cheating, leave. And it's like, bro, until you're in those shoes, you don't know what the hell you're going to do about it. You know, especially once kids are in the picture. Oh my God. All of my cardboard comes from the cardboard gods, so we can harvest the succulent cardboard meat. If we don't harvest the succulent cardboard meat, there'll be no shoe pudding for the good boys and girls. The good boys and girls need their shoe pudding. I dropped by a homeless shelter and I cleared out their building supplies. Holy cat, the wife is just fine with it. You know, the fact that we're seeing some pretty good, consistent, solid growth is definitely exciting for both of us. So I said, I'd like to take this somewhere where it helps us pay bills. You know, the channel ain't all about the money, because I promise you I wouldn't be doing this if I was all about the money. That'd be get in, get your 3-minute review, get out. And shill. But I'd like to help pay bills. Alvar, the knives are all the knives that we have done this with are in a box. And when I figure out something else I can do with them, I will. Like, they're never 100% done. I may come back and revisit this with a different edge angle. I may use them for some different testing. So they just kind of get held until I find another use for them. You know, as tiny as this channel's budget is, we need to get every single video out of a knife we possibly can. Bentley Allen, what's good? How you doing, man? Welcome, brother. I've got to do the rope testing. I just haven't wanted to go through the amount of work that's going to be yet. It's like, I've got the rope. I got the rope. I just haven't wanted to start doing that video yet because it's going to be a lot of damn work. It's going to be a lot of work and it's going to take me all day. Yeah, that was the alarm to go. The alarm that goes off to wake me up when I normally start the live streams. No, these go in my right pocket. There's not really a good, nah, holy cat, I'm not doing a rope live. There's not really a good way to carry something like this horizontal, man. No, we ain't doing no rope live. Yeah, Evil Twin, I've got tomorrow off, and then I'm working Thursday and Friday. Kool-Aid, what's up? How you doing? I hate to break it to you, man. This ain't doing shit to a zombie. TS Edits, what's up? Y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. I'd greatly appreciate it. Stream's good. TS Edits, how you doing, man? Oh yeah, Evil Twin. I said it was a great time. Different vibe than last year. It was a great time. Ah, shit, TS Edits. Get you some, boo-boo. You know, the networking was kind of hit or miss. Like, I had a few tables like Naps. I've got to email those guys. I talked to their marketing guy. He said give him an email, or send him an email. Roxxon. I talked to those guys. They said they were very interested in having me showcase some of their stuff. I emailed them. I'm waiting to hear back from them. But like the rake table and Civivi, they both had like requirements for subscriber count, retention, number of views, all that. Like if they're gonna send you free stuff, they need to make sure you're like a legit channel that's gonna help get stuff sold, you know? Which is what I expected. You know, it's more or less what I expected. The little robots. Thomas, what little robots? You're confusing me right now. Joey the Roach, we have got the Civivi Mini Asticus. The $2 Canadian robots. Yeah, I'm still lost, dude. Steel is 10CR15. Which I believe is just VG10 in a trench coat and a fake mustache. Oh, shit. All right, so we got Free Space. And we got Remember Me on the cardboard, Slayer Bingo. Alvar, I have several guns. And no, I am not showing them on stream. That's not what we're here for. You can't tell me this thing's already having problems. Boom, boom. What's up? How you doing? Welcome. Y'all hit that like button on the way in the door if you would be so kind. I'd appreciate it. Boy, I tell you what, kind of a grail gun to chase down at some point would be an original service issue World War II era 1911. God, I'd love to have one of those. Why would I have played Finnish Cottage Simulator? That's not Diablo 3. Oh, they've sold. They've sold. Don't worry about that. Those things have sold as a military surplus. Lexus Alam, what's up? How you doing? Welcome. Do me a solid, hit that like button on the way in the door. But yeah, like those guns have been sold military surplus plenty. I think the government released the last of what they had a couple of years ago. So they don't have a. They're on the market. Alvar, no politics. They'll probably get sold off as surplus or destroyed. I mean, what else are you gonna do with them? This ain't good. We are 40 minutes in. What is happening right now? It's a Civivi. We're on the factory edge. All right, we're on the factory edge. I don't remember how much work I put it through. I know we're on the factory edge. It started off real strong. It started off nice and strong. We're just gonna get one little test right here at the spot I marked. I'm running low on clips, and I don't have money in the account right now to order more, so we got to be real sparing with them. $412. Let's check a little farther up. So like this is supposed to be analogous to VG10, and VG10 doesn't last a terribly long time doing this. I just don't remember whether or not I pushed this thing through a lot of use while I was carrying it. All right, Alvaro, you said bye already, but we'll see you later. Yeah, we hit a 598. All right, we'll write that down. Yeah, and y'all saw that was a real slow press too. That was real slow. We'll try one more in about the same spot, see if we get the same result. The 338. Yeah, I can't really tell. We're going to keep pushing it for a little bit longer. And we're going to see if it deteriorates further. I'm not sure how cheap the steel is, TS Edits. What I do know is we are having a problem. Yeah. So, one thing that I do want to try. Artur, what's up? How you doing? So we're going to try this thing. Blue Bear, what's up? How you doing? Digital Teapot 42, what's up? How you doing? Welcome. $400 and $1,000, yes, sir. Rab, what's up? Yeah, we're sharpening it. Yeah, that's if this goes well, if this is sharpened up good, or at least good enough, then I'm definitely throwing it in my bag to carry to work. Shrek Smith, what's up? How you doing? Y'all hit that like button for me on the way in the door if y'all be so kind. All right. It was kind of a beer pong-ish deal. I totally missed the cup, but dude said I could pick something anyways, and I grabbed that. Marab, I don't sell knives. No, I do not. We're just having fun with them on these live streams. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing is there wasn't much of jack shit for sharpening supplies either, really. Like, I didn't see any tables that were set up with a lot of, good looking, set up with a ton of stones or anything else. So there was kind of slim pickings, and I saw that, and I was like, okay, so we do have something I can sharpen with, and if I can get good with that portable sharpener, I can take it to work. And of course, it opens up a whole nother avenue. Yeah. But it opens up a whole nother avenue of edge maintenance, basically. Yeah, I mean, it feels exceedingly cheap. It feels exceedingly cheap, but for a freebie, you can't really argue with it. There is some stiction. Babanuki, what's up? How you doing? Welcome. All right, TS Edits. All right. What have we what have we accomplished? Hello. Hello, hello, hello. It's exactly what it sounds like, man. They had a whole bunch of cups. You threw a ping pong ball at it, and they had something written in the cups. I guess whatever you win was in the cup. I missed, but he said, yeah, you can still pick something out. You're good, man. So, I mean, what do you want? Okay. I think I like that thing. Okay, a 187 is not terrible. That's sharper than it was from the factory. But we can do better. We can do better, and we're going to do better. Ain't that right, boys and girls? Jerry with the 8-month check-in. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being a channel member for 8 months, man. That is huge. That is huge and greatly appreciated. Jerry, would you like to pick a figure out while we're sitting here? All right. Jerry picked out the scuba guy. Thank you for the check-in, Jerry. All right, so we got CR Series steel, so we're doing 18 per side. Nice clean 18. Perfect. Bryce Keener, what's up? Coming in here with a stupid ass read today. Nah, you're good, Bryce. Haley, what's up? How you doing? Bryce, I appreciate that. Thomas, we tend to do a CR Series steel at 18. Yeah, we do CR Series steels at 18. It just, the edge lasts a lot longer on 18 than 17. Huh. Dude, D, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, Blade Show was fun. That's a different vibe than last year, but it was a lot of fun. I'm just happy I got to the Devo table and got my prototype for the year. Let me tell you, this year's prototype is every bit as badass as that Devo Fireball was. I actually got 2 prototypes this year, but this is the That's the Devo Growler XL prototype. That was 130 bucks, like 132 bucks, something like that. Don't have a burr on the middle part yet. All right, Jerry, we'll see you in a little bit, man. All right, let's make sure. Bullseye Ben, what's up? How you doing, man? Welcome, welcome. Not too much, Bullseye Ben. We're doing some edge retention testing on this knife right here, and we hit the point where we need to sharpen it. Yeah, I feel a solid burr on that now. What am I doing in where? Are you talking about this? Yeah, we're sharpening. Oh, I got you. It's pretty elaborate, but it lets you get